What's up? What's up? It's Eric Haas with the Haas Group in sunny Southern California. Hope you guys are doing great, staying safe, and most importantly, staying at home. Now, before I jump into the video, I just want to thank you guys so much for all the likes, the comments. I truly appreciate it. I really appreciate the support. It just keeps me motivated. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe quite yet, make sure you smash that subscribe button because I'm going to keep bringing to you every single week, twice a week, Monday and Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to keep you dialed in on how this pandemic is impacting our local markets, as well as tips, tricks, trends, and strategies to keep you successful as a buyer, seller, and investor during this pandemic. Yes, even during this pandemic. So keep it dialed in on here. Now, I know we're all going through a lot right now. It's some crazy times that we're all acclimating to and getting used to being at home and maintaining that social distancing that we keep hearing preached in our ear on a regular. Now, on top of that, I don't know where you're viewing from today, but thank you for tuning in. But I'm in California, and so the state of California's governor is actually extending the stay at home until May 15th now. So I'm getting a little stir crazy. I'm sure you're getting a bit stir crazy. There's so many different ways of walking my neighborhood. I've seen all the houses, and I'm a real estate agent, so it's only even more so. But I'm getting a little stir crazed, as I mentioned. And so I decided that I needed to take a step back, kind of reflect, turn off the news, get acquainted with just myself for a minute. And I learned that there's only so many things we can control, and at this point in time, I don't need any other stresses that I can't control. So at this point, I feel like my focus just really needs to be on what I can control and really let go of the uncontrollable, like what we're facing right now. There's no certain answer. It's complete uncertainty, complete ambiguity still. Who knows, maybe May 15th might get extended again. So I'm going to focus right now on what I can control, and that, my friends, is actually what's going to keep me sane in my head at the same time. Hence, I wanted to drop you with 10 tips for staying at home so you can make sure that you remain happy, or some kind of happiness, and also have some smiles on your face, because you know what? That's what it's all about right now. That's how we're going to get through this pandemic together. So on that note, stay tuned because I'm going to dial you in on these 10 tips. So when I said 10 tips, don't worry, they're nothing astronomical. It's actually quite a simple list of 10 tips that you could follow while we're all enduring this pandemic. Now, the crazy thing about it is that it's pretty amazing how just a few tweaks to our daily habits can become a catalyst for positive, happy change. And so these tips are really geared towards rejuvenating that happy spirit in you as well, getting a smile on your face at the beginning of the day. And so we're going to just jump right into these 10 super simple things to do every day that will get you dialed into feeling happier at home. Now, number one, I know it's super crazy simple, and I even laughed at my wife because this was big on her list. Even without me knowing it, she was a stickler for always making the bed. It just made her feel good in the morning that she got that done. Well, she's in the garage working full-time starting at 7 a.m. So now it's my job to take on that role and make the bed. And I have to say, it's a win right out of the gate. Right in the morning, you get that done. It feels great, and you feel like you can just move on to the next thing because that was so simple. Simple task just moves you right on to the next thing so seamlessly. So without further ado, we'll jump right seamlessly into number two. Number two is pretty cool. Bring every room back to ready. What the heck does that mean, right? Well, here's the thing. Before we leave, take 3 to 5 minutes and just browse through the house and see what you can tidy up, put away, organize, because then it's ready as if someone was coming over to visit. Because when you come home, we all know that we love a clean house, especially I do when my house cleaner spent the whole day cleaning up and I come home and it just feels that much more off my shoulders that I have to contend with. So this is a simple thing that we can do before we leave the house. 3 to 5 minutes, simple, put some things away, easy, throw that away in the drawer, put that away, organize a little bit. You come home to a house that just feels that much better. And I know we're not leaving that much, but again, these simple things are just little things that can keep us happier and positive during this pandemic together. Now, number 3 goes without saying, and I'm sure you guys have it through your house already, but displaying sentimental items around your home is fantastic. Obviously, a gallery of positive memories does way more than any material thing in our house. And not only that, but when you see these memories on the wall, it kind of takes you back to that event, maybe from how you were getting ready, or maybe you were planning for it, or maybe you were just super excited and looking forward to this event, or it was just such a joy and you had so much fun at it at the same time. But it's all about remembering it, and that takes you to another level of happiness within you so that, we're not just so reliant on hearing this sad news all the time. Fall back on those memories. Remember those good times, because my folks, my friends, this is temporary. So be prepared for when normal comes back, because it's just going to be a bunch of other memories to add to this collection as well. So moving forward, this is a great one. Number 4 is awesome. Start a one-line day of gratitude journal. Now, what does that mean? Well, it's just reflection is so much of a huge part of happiness that, just taking the time and reflecting at the end of the day or in the beginning of the day, just on what you're grateful for. And it doesn't have to be a huge list. It could just be what you were grateful for that last day or what's approaching in the day. It's just simple things like these that just keep a positive mindset for us and keep us focused on staying positive through this whole pandemic that we're facing. Now, I love this one. This is number 5. And I don't know about you, but if you can't get out of it, well, you might as well get into it and enjoy it. So not always am I a huge fan of making dinner or say clean up the dishes after my wife makes dinner. Even though we have a dishwasher, there's plenty of things that still need to be washed by hand. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to jump in there and make the best of it. And I have to say, you know what? Turn some music on, make it fun somehow, make it fun with the bubbles. Have the kids join in too, that makes it easier and fun, and then it's a whole group together thing. And you know what? Then it's fun because everyone's laughing. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is trying to find a way to stay happy and keep the smiles on the faces. And this is a great way to do that too. So if you've got things that you've got to do, just make it fun. I know it's a chore, but just find a way to make it fun, and it can be. So on that note, let's move on to number 6. This is truly important. Number 6 is a great way to start your day in the morning. I know a lot of us don't have to wake up quick and jump out of our beds and get ready and rush to work and be ready for a long day of 9 to 5 or whatever you guys are involved in with work or what have you. But you know what? Right in the morning, it's such a great time to set the intent for the day. And so that's what I do in the morning. And, it doesn't have to be several intents. Just one thing that you're fortunate for and how that's going to propel you through the day. For me, myself, I'm fortunate to be alive. I'm fortunate to be a dad of 2 kids. That's the biggest thing I look forward to in my life as a kid. And I'm fortunate to have one of the most amazing wives. I love her to death. And, on top of that, you know what? As a result of being fortunate and grateful for those things that I've already put out into the universe, at the same time, I'm not going to go waste my day then too, because it already reinforced in my head some positivity of why I got up in the morning, why I should be happy, why I should be waking up with that smile on my face. And I tell you, when I wake up in the morning and I hear my son go, "Daddy," that's the best thing ever. So the smiles are abundant over here at the Haas house. This is a great one too, and I think that a lot of us get caught up in the response we're supposed to get for doing something nice for someone. So number 7 is actually do small favors for those you love without actually expecting anything in return. I fall victim to this too. Right now I'm Mr. Mom, so I'm picking up the house, I'm doing laundry, I'm making beds, my bed, the kids' beds, dishwasher, the dishes, trying to pick up, clean up, what have you. You know what I'm saying. So, there's a lot going on. And you know what though? At the same time, I know my wife is working hard too. And I know at the end of the day that what I'm doing to help out is just makes it easier for her at the end of the day to come back from work and not have to worry about it. And I'm not, collecting points. That's not what it's about at all, because in turn, it will come nonetheless. It doesn't have to be about keeping score, because when you do good, you feel good, and that's all that matters. Now, number 8 is great right now, especially that we're home. And I'm not saying use your text message or use your Instagram direct message or get on Facebook Messenger. Look, you know what? We have time in front of us, my friends. Call one of your friends or your family members. Socializing with our loved ones makes us feel tremendous. I know that when I get off the phone with my mom, whether I'm on a crap day or a great day, I'm feeling good that I got to connect with my mom. I'm an only child. I've mentioned this before, so mom is important to me, but I just feel that much better whether I'm getting off the phone with mom or dad or my wife just during the day or business day. It just gives you that reaffirmation of support that you've got people behind you no matter what. And it gives you that confidence that you can get through the day no matter what. Now, here's a great thing too, especially with what we're going through. Number 9, a lot of us are spending money, but let's spend money on things that actually create experiences and bring us all together. So we're all at home, so think about that. You can get really creative right now, but think of something something that brings everyone together, a movie night, everyone's favorite selection of candies or some barbecue. Everyone gets out together. You could still do barbecue in the backyard, what have you, or probably at your apartment as well. So be creative. This is the time to still make sure that, you spend a little bit, but at the same time, make sure that you're doing it to create great experiences that'll be long lasting as well. Now, number 10 is something a little more personal, but you know what? It is important as well. So spend a few minutes each day connecting with something of, say, a higher power or, say, greater than yourself. Whether you're a spiritual person or not, studies show that connecting to a higher power directly correlates with happiness too. So again, these are 10 tips and strategies, and obviously, you don't have to do every single one of them, but you might find yourself, starting with one and just find yourself falling right into number 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time you know it, you're at number 10. And again, remember that these little tweaks in your schedule and your habits, it's just going to do a world of happiness and good for you at the end of the day. And on that note, I just want you to feel like these tips, can be in somewhat an inspiring thing. And you know what? I hope you find yourself smiling around the house, or maybe even tomorrow morning you're making the bed and you find yourself laughing because you're like, oh my gosh, Eric Haas told me to do this. And you know what? I thought I'd just take it on and try it out. And there you go. You know what? You're smiling and my job is done. Until the next time, take care.